Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures in your pocket change and reveal the incredible stories behind some of the rarest coins in the United States. If you are a coin collector, a history lover, or someone who just enjoys learning about money that could be worth a fortune, then you are in the right place. Today we are going to talk about a coin that may not look very special at first glance but has the potential to surprise you with its unbelievable market value. This is the 1971 D Lincoln cent, also known as the 1971 Denver Mint 1-cent coin. At face value, it is just a penny, but in rare conditions and with certain minting errors, this coin has been recorded to sell for extraordinary prices. In fact, the market value of some of these rare examples has been estimated at an astonishing $585,331. That's right. A single 1-cent coin could be worth more than $500,000. So how is that possible, and what makes the 1971 D penny so unique? Let's dive deep into the history, design, errors, and collector demand that make this coin one of the most sought-after pieces in the world of numismatics. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, originally introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, features Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person instead of a symbolic image like Liberty. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has gone through several changes in design and metal composition. By 1971, the coin was still being struck in a bronze alloy, consisting of 95% copper and 5% zinc. The Denver Mint, identified by the small d mint mark located just below the date, produced hundreds of millions of these coins. Because they were so common, most people never thought twice about them. But as collectors know, rarity is not only about how many coins were minted, it is about how many survived in pristine condition and how many contain unique features such as doubling, misstrikes, or other minting errors. One of the most famous varieties of the 1971 D cent is the double die obverse. This type of error happens when the coin die, the metal piece used to stamp the design onto blank planchets, shifts slightly between strikes. The result is a coin with double details, especially noticeable in the date, the lettering, or Lincoln's features. For the 1971 D double die obverse, collectors often look for doubling in the inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1971 itself. Now here's where things get interesting. Most 1971 D cents are worth only a few cents or maybe a couple of dollars if they are in uncirculated condition. But when you find one with a clear double die obverse, especially in mint state or proof-like condition, the value skyrockets. Grading companies such as PCGS and NGC have documented sales of high-grade examples reaching into the thousands, tens of thousands, and in rare cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars. The most exceptional finds, with near-perfect preservation and the strongest doubling, are the ones that have fetched valuations in the range of $500,000 or more. Just imagine walking into a coin shop or checking your pocket change, spotting a 1971 D penny, and then realizing it could change your life financially. That is the excitement and mystery of coin collecting. Many people around the world are now taking a closer look at their pennies, dimes, nickels, and quarters, hoping to uncover one of these incredible rarities. But how can you tell if you have a valuable 1971 D cent? The first step is to carefully examine the coin under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look closely at the date, the word Liberty, and the phrase "In God We Trust." If you notice doubling in the letters or numbers, that is a strong sign you may have a double die. The second step is to check the coin's condition. Coins that have been heavily circulated, scratched, or worn down are still collectible but usually not worth as much. Coins in mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear and have their original luster, are the ones that command the highest prices. If you believe you have a special variety, the next thing you should do is have it graded and authenticated by a professional service. Companies like PCGS, NGC, or Anax provide official grading certificates that not only protect your coin but also give buyers confidence in its authenticity and condition. This step is crucial if you want to sell your coin for its maximum value. Another fascinating part of this story is how these coins even leave the mint with such errors. The minting process is usually very precise and monitored with strict quality control, but given the billions of coins produced each year, mistakes do happen. These mistakes, known as mint errors, are what collectors dream about. They turn ordinary coins into rare collectibles, and in the case of the 1971 cent, into treasures worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Beyond just financial value, these coins also hold a piece of history. Each cent carries the story of America's past, its leaders, its economy, and even its technology. The fact that something as small and simple as a penny could capture the imagination of collectors for decades shows how powerful numismatics really is. So the next time you come across a 1971 Lincoln cent, do not just toss it into your change jar. Take a closer look. You might be holding one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. At Rare U.S. Coins, we bring you detailed information, tips for identifying rare varieties, and the latest market values so you never miss an opportunity to uncover hidden wealth in your pocket change. If you found this video interesting and helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future videos about rare and valuable coins. Remember, even the smallest coin can have the biggest worth of money. The 1971 Lincoln cent is the perfect example of how something valued at 1 cent can reach a market value of $585,331. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, the next rare coin could be sitting right in your wallet. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins, where every coin has a story and some coins are worth a fortune. Today we are talking about a very exciting coin that has shocked collectors and investors with its market value. Can you believe that a simple 1-cent coin from 1981, which originally had almost no value beyond 1 penny, is now worth an astonishing $585,330? Yes, you heard that right. The market value of this particular coin has skyrocketed, making it one of the most surprising and eye-catching stories in the coin collecting world. Now let us dive deep into why this 1-cent coin is so special. The coin we are focusing on is from 1981. At first glance it looks just like an ordinary penny with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Millions of these coins were minted and circulated across the United States, so what makes this one different? The answer lies in the tiny details that most people overlook. You see, coin collectors pay close attention to minting errors, rare variations, and unusual features that set certain coins apart from the rest. Sometimes these differences are caused by mistakes at the mint, like a double strike, an off-center print, or the use of the wrong type of metal. Other times it comes down to a coin being preserved in absolutely perfect condition, which makes it highly desirable to collectors. The 1981 penny we are talking about is a prime example of rarity meeting demand. This coin was graded at an exceptionally high level by professional grading services, meaning that it is practically flawless. Imagine a coin that has survived decades without scratches, wear, or damage, remaining as sharp and clear as the day it was minted. That is the kind of perfection that collectors dream about, and they are willing to pay incredible amounts of money to own it. But here is where things get even more interesting. In 1982 the United States Mint switched the composition of pennies from mostly copper to a cheaper copper-plated zinc. This means that 1981 was one of the very last years when pennies were struck using the heavier copper alloy. Because of this, many collectors see 1981 cents as historically significant, since they mark the end of an era in American coinage. So when you combine flawless condition, copper composition, and collector demand, the price of this 1-cent coin skyrockets. That is why the market value has reached over $585,000. Just imagine holding a coin that was once worth just a penny and realizing that today it could buy you a luxury house, a brand new sports car, or completely change your financial life. That is the magic of coin collecting. Now you might be wondering, do I have one of these coins in my collection or hiding in my piggy bank? The truth is, finding a penny in this exact condition is extremely rare. However, that does not mean you should ignore your change. Always check your coins carefully because even if you do not find one worth $500,000, there are many other rare varieties that can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, certain 1981 pennies with strong strikes, no wear, and brilliant luster can fetch high prices on the market. Some rare mint errors from the same year are also highly valuable. Collectors are constantly searching for these coins, and auctions regularly see bidding wars for the best examples. This is why coin collecting is such an exciting hobby. It is like a treasure hunt where the prize could be sitting in your wallet, your coin jar, or in a forgotten drawer. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can make it worth a life-changing amount of money. If you are serious about checking your coins, here are a few tips. First, look at the condition of the coin. The fewer scratches, dents, or signs of wear, the better. Second, pay attention to the mint mark. Coins from different mints like Denver, Philadelphia, or San Francisco can sometimes have significant value differences. Third, learn about errors. A tiny mistake from the mint can make a coin one of a kind. And finally, if you believe you have something special, consider having it graded by a professional service, because official grading can make a huge difference in market value. Before we wrap up, let us take a moment to appreciate just how incredible this is. A 1-cent coin from 1981 selling for over $500,000. It is stories like this that keep collectors passionate and inspire new people to join the hobby every day. Who knows, maybe you are the next person to discover a hidden gem in your pocket. So make sure you always check your coins carefully, and remember that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest value. Thank you so much for watching Rare US Coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more amazing stories about rare and valuable coins, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. I will be bringing you more exciting discoveries, tips for collectors, and the hidden history behind America's most fascinating coins. This is Rare US Coins signing off, and remember, every coin has a story and your next coin could be worth a fortune.